Somnium sounds like an element on the periodic table, but it really means dream in Latin. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because to me, stories are not just written pieces of media. They're dreams. They're worlds that we create in our own head. You see, stories are worlds because they're living and breathing, whether or not you've created that way or not. Those people who read your stories, they create that world in their own mind, and they see it for themselves. So, I'm creating, or writing, I should say, a series of books called Somnia. And I'm wanting to use this book series in conjunction with a platform I'm creating to open up an avenue for people to get into the creative side of STEAM. No, not that STEAM. This one. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math. It's a type of a learning system that uses, well, those aforementioned topics very vigorously and upfront. This platform, I want to essentially connect people together to publishers, peers, editors, and just people who like reading stories. And a fun thing about this platform is that it's going to be a platform that will allow building stories on top of other people's worlds, or interconnecting different worlds like the MCU. So yeah, I I'm creating a platform for dreams. So the reason why I'm wanting to do this and what got me into it, well, is D&D, or Dungeons and Dragons. See, the very first real experience I had with Dungeons and Dragons was when my fiance had invited me to a Dungeons and Dragons group, and when I joined, we were currently in a situation where a plague had broken out and that was turning people into zombies, essentially. And the way I was incorporated into it was by my choice, of course, but the way I incorporated myself into the story is I intertwined my character's backstory with my fiance's to allow me to come in and help her and the rest of the group, which made for a very interesting dynamic. And by the end of the campaign, before we went off to our separate ways of college, work, and moving out of state, the last session was very epic. And I remember very clearly exploding a barrel of gunpowder to distract guards and save my friends. This was my first taste of being in a world that was created and dreamed up of out of nowhere. Now, I'm sure some people are asking, what's in it for me? And I can tell you. Again, I should say. This platform is for creating a path for everyone who wants to get into STEAM, or the creative side of STEAM. But it's not only just that. I want to give a way for people to make their own stories, get them inspired to just get out there and create. And this creation process could just be bullet points on a piece of paper. And I can tell you from my creative presentation class from Full Sail University has helped me do this. And while I'm on the topic of Full Sail University, the major I'm in is computer science, and I'm using the knowledge and the skills I have gotten or will get from Full Sail to develop this platform and make it work even better and make it seamless. But now back to the platform of why it's there. The platform, it's it's going to be a place of intertwined stories, going in on itself multiple times, variations of it, and it's all with a permission, of course. For you to create a story on somebody else's world, you have to have their permission. But it's also a place for even experienced writers to go, to make little stories for other people to experience and read and enjoy and maybe build on their own. See, when it comes to writing stories, it's not just writing or recording. It's our dreams. And if you have any kind of dream or just an idea, start putting it down in bullet points or writing down notes. Anything. The more ideas you get down on a piece of paper or a text document, the more likely you're gonna get a story or a big interconnection of ideas or things. Our dreams is what build us. And what I want you to really take away from this is, no matter who you are, what career you're in, or what school you're in, or whatever revenue class you're in, it doesn't matter. Writing a story, all it takes is a pen and a paper. And everybody has those.